This is not how I was hoping the day would go. Hey you guys, I am getting all my minerals separated out and I'm about to go take it to the mineral feeder, which I will show you guys. If you didn't catch my video last summer, I made our goats a mineral feeder and now they're on a free choice mineral buffet. If you don't know what I'm talking about, stay tuned and let me show you. Okay, gotta feed the pigs first. And I've got a whole herd of goats standing behind me, thinking they're getting some too. No, get back, girl. Get, go. Watch this. Look at them all trying to fight me in here. I got that big giant. I absolutely love him because he's really sweet, but he is very annoying when you're trying to feed because he can just easily reach it. Okay. You guys are so dumb. Yeah, stand in the way so I can't dump it in there. Good job. Yeah, you guys fight over that. There's not some over here. Distract them. Dumb pigs. Charlotte. You would get more if it didn't land all over your ears. Burris, get back. Burris minds me. Watch this. Burris. Burris. Move. Move. Burris. Move. Go on, Bailey. Get. Go. Get back. Watch out. Yeah, there's good stuff in the bottom. If you get out of the way, then you could get some. And it wouldn't land all over your ears. Okay. And back out. So, we're pretty behind on updating everyone and videos. There is... I hear a kid yelling at me. Oh, it's Huxton. We just threw this hot wire in a few weeks ago to keep all the pigs in here. Now, it's not currently hooked up, and a couple of the younger pigs know, and they have actually gotten out. So, this is what's in here. Now, we are going to actually add 2 more wires and get the goats hot wire trained because we are going to cross fence our pasture with some hot wire. Just because this place is kind of small, we don't want to do anything permanent. We really planned on doing a permanent fence. We were going to do goat and sheep all the way across the back side of this tank and then all the way to the back of the fence. But we talked it through and we just think it'll be better if we just use some temporary fencing. So that's what we're going to do. And we want to get these goats used to the hot wire anyway. So soon Dakota's going to get... We just bought a new hot wire charger, fence charger, and it is, I think, 5 or 6 joules. And you'll see that in the next video. But now, we are getting these goats their minerals. Okay, so I brought the truck out here because I have 20 different minerals plus salt that I needed to carry out here, which I'll show you in just a second. I'm trying to get these goats to hopefully realize I don't have any feed just yet. I do have feed, but not yet. And we'll get this thing loaded back up. It's been out a lot longer than I wanted it to. And the reason being is that I have decided to become a distributor of these minerals. And so I was doing some research and and took me a little bit of time to get all this in. And I just finished separating out my portion of it, and the rest will all be listed in kits on our website. You can go check that out. Look at them all. I gave them feed in here the other day, so now they're all gonna... There's nothing in there, and you guys are in my way. Come on, go. But anyhow, I'm also gonna have these for sale. I've got to make a few of them. And you can check it all out on our website. But the reason that we do a free choice mineral buffet is because in a bag of minerals, not all 20 minerals are there in the bag, first of all. Secondly, if a goat is deficient in magnesium but not boron, they're not going to eat as much of the mineral as they should because they're going to overdose on magnesium. So when you do it this way, the goat's natural instinct is to come over here and go through. Now, there is some idea on it that this does contain salt and other trace minerals and stuff, that rice hulls and stuff, which we can actually have brought in without the rice hulls as well, but it just causes clumping. So we're gonna do this with the rice hulls at first. Hey, bro, don't hit a truck. No, sir. But the goats will actually come in here and they will pick through whatever they're deficient in. And now they have not had this in probably about a month and a half. I know it's been a while, but I got to get this in because they're due exactly a month from yesterday. So these girls, most of them look fantastic. Their coats are vibrant, they're shiny, they're super soft, they're thick. The only one that never really changed is that big red one right there, and I don't know if she ever gets in here at all, but everybody else looks really healthy. I mean, we'll try to get some before and after pictures on the website so you can go check it out, but it's been just an amazing difference. And their overall health, they've been less wormy, just everything. It's been so much better. So I highly recommend researching a mineral buffet. I really like it. So a lot of people don't actually know. Well, heifer, golly. So a lot of people don't actually know, but a mineral block is not really good for goats either. We had that out for like 2.5-3 years before I read up on it and realized that you shouldn't give a mineral block to your goats because, first of all, their tongue is not as thick as a cow. It doesn't have the texture like a cow. And so then they'll end up not being able to get off enough of what they want, and they'll end up using their teeth sometimes. And being foragers, they're not meant to use their teeth in that way. So they can actually break their teeth off by using a mineral block. And where's Dorothy? Do you see Dorothy? One of our goats actually... Woo, girl! Yeah, about time y'all get out. Go. I don't need you in my way right now. Go on, pretty girl. I don't know where Dorothy is. One of our goats is actually missing some of her teeth in the front. And, you know, she's not that old. I mean, she's over 4 years old, but she's pretty healthy. So we weren't really sure why her teeth fell out. And then a couple months later, I ended up reading about the mineral box, and I'm like, oh, shoot. Our bad. But, so definitely do some research into these mineral feeders. It's been great. There's a lot of positive feedback on them. There's Facebook pages dedicated to them, so I highly suggest that you check them out. And if you want to buy them from us, we're going to be selling them in 1, 2, 5, and 10 pound packages. And if you want even bigger than that for your cattle or your other animals, then you can order them in 25 pound sacks too. But that will just take a little bit longer to get to you, but we can definitely do that as well. So let me show you what we got going on here. All right, so the reason for the rubber on the top is because of the wind here in Oklahoma, and also just to help an extra measure to prevent the rain. Obviously it's kind of sticking out there, but that's what this roof is for. So I'll show you here. This is what I've got going on. I've got these trays. Each tray has the mineral listed on it. You can see they haven't really touched the calcium, but everything else is absolutely gone. And then the other side, whoops, everything is gone except the magnesium and the acid neutralizer. Oh, there's a little bit of iron still left in there, but and it will clump up like this, and that's fine. You can just come in and stir it around. It's not hurting anything. It does that it just clumps a little bit, and sometimes if it gets wet, which I don't think this got wet, but it possibly could have, but it's not gonna hurt it. Just go in there and you can break it up. You can throw the big chunks out if you want and whatnot. So I'm gonna get all these refilled really quick. And another thing. So I have these orange tubs out here. I like to keep water out here just because the pond is way back there behind the hay feeder, and you know, when they're eating all this mineral and salt, I just like to have some water right there for them. And then the other one, you need plain white salt in. Oh, there's Dorothy. What are you doing, hiding? You heard me and you've been over there hiding? You need plain white salt. Our kit includes the plain white salt. However, you can also just buy it separately, obviously. Just plain white table salt, non-iodized. And leave that out there with them as well, because they definitely need that. But we're going to get this filled up and show you what it looks like and show you them eating on it. We have a couple goats specifically. I don't know where Betty is either. She's the loner. She's always hanging out by herself. Betty is in here all the time. She loves the minerals. We'll have to find her. But we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, guys, so a neighbor came by. I don't know what's going on with my camera, why it's so blurry, but a neighbor came by. I ran back to the house, and when I got back out, we found Betty out there laying on the ground while she was kicking her legs. And so we brought her in the house, trying to get her warmed up. We're trying to get the bath heated up, but our stupid water heater's being dumb, and so we're boiling pots of water, trying to get it hot. I just tubed her some warm water with electrolytes in it, and we've given her red cell, vitamin B complex, molasses for energy, and I think that's it so far. Probably gonna go grab her some selenium, a shot of Bozy, and we'll get her in this tub in a minute. I don't know where my original goat thermometer was. I have another one in the house, but our temperature is low enough that it's not reading, and I don't know how low that is. This temperature, I don't know. It's for humans, so who knows what the low temp is. Probably like 97, 96, who knows. But we'll try to hopefully get her warmed up and get a temperature on her here in a little bit. But we think Dakota did some reading, and we think possibly she had a, did you say sulfur overdose? We have a sulfur block out there, and she's like I was mentioning in the video earlier, she really likes the mineral feeder, and
she's the only one that
consistently
goes to the sulfur block besides the cows.
Yeah, so we're thinking maybe she ate too much sulfur. So, which the cure for that is a lot of B1 and selenium. So I'm probably going to grab selenium here in just a minute, and we'll catch back up with you. Hang in there, Betty. This is one of my favorite goats, so this is not how I was hoping the day would go, but we ain't giving up on her. Good morning, Betty. Alright, so as you can see, she's up and eating. Dakota made her.
She needs her.
Did you give it to her?
Her eyes closed shut from where she was laying on.
Get some castor oil in it. So when we found her yesterday, she was in the corral laying down. I actually thought she was dead. And ran back out there to get her. Ran back out after the neighbor came by, and I saw her legs twitching, so I ran over there immediately. And as soon as I called her name, she started trying to get up. And that's when we rushed her back. So I don't know what it was. Don't know if she overdosed on sulfur. if she was low on selenium or if somebody kind of sat on her. I don't know. But Dakota's got her a nice little alfalfa.
A little bit of scratch grains, just a couple handfuls of scratch grains, but
The corn will help warm her body up.
as you can see, I put a good amount of hay in here earlier, and she's been standing up eating it for about the last half hour. So I fed her hay, and then in that bucket is just 2 alfalfa cubes and a couple handfuls of scratch grains.
And our house is really tiny, so the bathroom was the only spot we could keep her. Yeah. Or maybe a kennel in the kitchen, but with the amount of poop that she had, we're just better off leaving her in here. You doing better? Look at your eye. Yeah, whenever I found her, she was laying on that side right there, and her eye was all filled with dirt. So we cleaned it out, but we forgot to put some Neosporin or castor oil in it last night. So we'll get that done in a little bit, and then we'll take her back outside. Probably gonna have to monitor her on the minerals to make sure she's not overeating or the sulfur block anymore. But possibly just...
Where was she at?
She was in the corral over there by the pig's hay little nest.
I wonder if she could have got laid on by the cows.
It's possible, but I don't know.
I wouldn't think the cows would be going in the corral because it hasn't been that close. They usually only go in there whenever it's windy and cool.
Who knows?
But she just looked fine yesterday.
Look at her. She looks happy now. Sweet girl, aren't you?
She's gonna have to be able to survive on her own though, because she can't live in here.
No. She's our sweetest goat. Huh.
Is her eye open at all?
Let me see. Nope.
We'll have to get that open with a warm rag and get some Neosporin packed in it.
Yeah. And we gave her another half a quart of, or 1 quart of, we gave her 2 quarts before we got her all warmed up, and then we gave her another quart after we dried her off and everything. And then that bucket behind her is full of water as well, just so she could drink her own, because she didn't like the tubing, obviously, when she's awake and doing good. But we'll keep you guys updated. We're going to take her back outside and let her be with the other animals and just monitor her every couple hours outside and just watch and make sure she's doing okay still. So
We'll have to be conscious over the next week that we pull her in and just give her an additional feed supplement.
she's such a strange goat too, because she doesn't, like when I go give the dogs water, she comes over there and tries to drink straight from the stream like she's dying of thirst. So I'll fill a bucket up, which the dog yard's on the opposite side of the yard as the pasture. And I don't know if she's just not going to get water often enough. And then we don't ever really see her eating on the hay bale. She's always off by herself, browsing, nibbling whatever she can get off the ground. So she's a little bit of an oddball, but overall she's pretty healthy.
She had some sort of weird miscarriage thing going on, but we wormed her And she looked to be doing absolutely fine after. She actually looked worse after that miscarriage thing for a few days than she did yesterday. But we had her warmed up, looking really good. She was acting normal yesterday, and then, or a day before yesterday, I should say. I just posted a short with her in it. She was actually eating around the hay.
Mm.
And I had looked at her eyes too, and she looked good.
Yep, she was pretty bad off last night. The whites in her eyes and her gums were almost completely white. And by the time we had her almost warmed up, you could see all the color coming back.
Her body temperature was in the 80s.
Yeah, at
It was
least.
somewhere around 85 probably, because it didn't register until 89 on the thing.
Yeah.
And she'd been in the water for 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah. So, man, we found her just in time. I had been gone all day yesterday, so as soon as I got home, I worked on the minerals for maybe 30 minutes. And went out there. You choking or stretching? You're making me nervous now. Is it good stuff? There's water behind you.
So she's still able to stand up and eat and stuff right now, and she's over here bathing in the sun, but we are giving her a little bit of electrolyte, a little bit of molasses, and just some warm water, about 102 degrees, straight to her stomach to help keep her body. Don't let her choke on that, Shayla. She's probably had enough. She's gonna get that in her lungs. Just pull it up. Spit it out, girl. Don't be sucking it down in your lungs. So, anyways, put some more water down her to make sure she stays hydrated, because she has been just kind of hanging out around the shop. And I'm gonna give her. She has been eating a lot of hay and grass and stuff, but as you can see, she just threw up a bunch of green stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and give her another alfalfa cube and let her eat that as well, since it's higher protein.
She knew it. I brought that water out. She immediately threw her head down. Gotta be uncomfortable.
But we just want to make sure she stays hydrated. She did just urinate, and it was nice and mostly clear, not dark yellow. And
we gave her another shot of
vitamin B,
a little more red cell.
and some more red cell.